Welcome to PopCast, a crowd-sponsored yo-yo show. Huge shout out to John Anderson, Tucker from Spin Gear, Dr. Lucky Meisenheimer, and the rest of my sponsors over on patreon.com/DocPop, where you can sign up and help support the show. Also get behind-the-scenes footage, bonus clips, access to our monthly meetups, discounts on drpopular.com. Okay, that's enough of that. Let's change this angle. So oftentimes I post stuff on Instagram and sometimes people freak out about it. Like, hey, that was neat. I want a tutorial for that one thing. I don't care about this, the rest of this, but this one thing I really wanted a tutorial for. And that happened recently with a trick I call Thundergraupel. And Thundergraupel is a trick I have been doing for 15 years. It is a cool way to get into a wrist mount. And it actually has a dark and sordid past, the secret history that I'm going to get into. But first, let's go through Thundergraupel. Okay, so that's Thundergraupel. Thundergraupel looks like what you just saw. I'm going to teach it to you. Okay, now this is a slack trick, but really the slack is just kind of a flourish. It's not necessary for the trick itself. Let's get into it. You're going to start with a trapeze. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take your throw hand and you're going to take your thumb and wrap around so that you have this position, right? And this is actually a mount that I use kind of historically for the friction mount. A friction mount is when you create a spot where the yo-yo has to spin to pull the string under. Well, I do that for this trick to get into a friction mount, wrist mount, but we're going to be doing that same mount, but we're going to be doing Thundergraupel for it. So, okay, once again, trapeze, thumb, rotate your wrist. All right, I'm going to do that again. You end up with this. The string is kind of hanging on the back of my hand. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pinch with my free hand. That's this hand, my non-throw hand, but my free hand. I'm going to pinch and I'm going to do this move where I am just kind of doing a somersault, kind of like this, but I'm pinching. And we've got this. What we want to do is we want that yo-yo to go behind the string, behind this string. We actually want the yo-yo to go into here, into this area right here, and behind the string. So you're not mounting it onto the string. You're just kind of going behind, right? And then what you do is you push your throw hand forward to reject the string, and then you just mount. Oh, that was cool, right? Let's do that at speed one more time. I know you saw it in the pretty footage, but let's do it at speed. Wrist mount. That's the mount. A thing I'd like to follow up after that is this move right here, where I'm going to do Thundergraupel, kick out, catch. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave my finger in, right? My pointer finger's in, and I'm just going to push it against these two strings in the front. These two strings. I'm just going from here to here, and I'm going to kick the yo-yo off the string. So it's going to go out between these loops, but my finger is keeping it locked in there. Kick out, catch. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave my finger in. And from here, you got a lot of stuff you can do. I like to do kind of like a slack thing. But anyway, that's just to get you started. The main thing I got requests for was the Thundergraupel mount, which is the wrist mount. And, again, pinch, push forward, catch. So dope. Now, I'm going to go one more step forward here and show you one more flourish that you can add to this to make it even sicker. Now, this flourish, I'm not sure who created this flourish. I think Justin Weber created this. I definitely remember I was hanging out with Justin Weber and Mark Montgomery in Vegas in 2005. And I remember one of them showing me this mount here, this thing, which is basically from a wrist mount, you just roll. And if you do that with the Thundergraupel, you get a sick looking move. So that's going to look like boop, right? So that roll that I was just doing is my hand is in there because I had it in there from the wrist mount. My hand is in there. But if your hand's not in there, you just put your hand in, you put it on that back string. I'm going to turn my body to the side and I'm going to hop the yo-yo off the string and then I'm going to catch it again. So it's just kind of like a barrel roll kind of move. Not even a barrel roll. You're just like dismounting and remounting over and over again. It actually comes off the string. And then you mount on. Hop off. Bring your hand around. Mount on. And if you do this, you're not getting any twist on the string. It's not wrapping around your wrist or anything. So again, if we combine all of this, we're going to start with Thundergraupel. We're going to hop off and catch. And then I like to keep my finger in, hop the yo-yo out, and catch. And you can either do like a little sake thing, whatever. You can find all sorts of stuff in there. Again, the main thing we're just talking about is that mount. Boop. That's cool, right? That's really cool. Now, I talked to you about the secret dark history of Thundergraupel. Let's get into that. Okay, that's the trick that inspired Thundergraupel. When I was looking back at my history of this trick, when I was looking at my older videos, I actually think I found the Mobius version of Thundergraupel before I found the regular version. I think I actually kind of reverse engineered it, right? So this started off as a Mobius trick, and then, I just got the idea of like, hey, I could do this with just that wrap around and you know what I'm saying. So let's get into the Mobius version. So first off, if you're not familiar with Mobius, Mobius is a style of yo-yoing that takes place inside the finger loop. Now to do Mobius, what I like to do is I take my loop and I put it on two fingers. I put it on my middle and ring finger with the knot on towards my pinky. The knot is going to be on the pinky side, right there, right? And I'm going to put my thumb in and open these strings to open that. So it's Mobius is just a style of like open, do your trick, right? The trick we're going to do is this one. Whoa, yeah. Okay, so let's get into it. So again, we are set up. The string is on these two fingers with a knot on the right hand side or on the pinky side. So if you're left-handed, it'll still go on your pinky side. Kind of important. And what you're going to do is you're going to start with a trapeze. You're going to open this loop. I'm just getting my thumb in there and opening it. And I'm going to do that pinch slack that we did earlier. Remember when we're doing Thundergraupel, we do this and we pinch and go in. Well, with this move, we're going to go inside the finger loop. So it's going to look like this. Trapeze. Open. I'm going to pinch this string. And I'm going to swing the yo-yo out. And I want it to land in here, but not mounting onto anything. I'm just going inside that loop. Just like that. So we get this move right here. And, this is kind of sliding. I'm going to push my throw hand forward again to dismount. And then I'm going to mount on this string right here. Just like that. Then what I do, I've got this position here. My finger is in here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hop the yo-yo back towards me to dismount, but I'm going to pass it through that loop, through this loop. It's going to go through, and then I'm going to swing it back to the other side. So it kind of swung here, goes back to the other side, and then I'm going to catch it on this string, and you end up with that tower.
Tower.
So that's where Thundergraupel originally came from, was the Mobius Thundergraupel. And then we found the kind of regular version of it. I'm going to keep going, and I'm going to keep showing you more of the Mobius trick because everyone needs to know more Mobius. Mobius is dope. All right, so we're going to go a little further. We're going to start with the Thundergraupel mount. Dismount. Catch. Now we're here. We're going to pass the yo-yo. The yo-yo is going to go through here, but from the back. It's going to go off, front, and catch. Gnarly knot. Yeah, that's not how I do this trick. Oh. So basically, we're using Thundergraupel to get into this Eiffel Tower. Move here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to hop the yo-yo away from me. So I'm in the kind of Eiffel Tower mount. I'm going to hop the yo-yo forward. And I'm going to try to take my thumb and pull in my thumb on my non-throw hand, my free hand, and pull in and catch the yo-yo in a bucket. Yeah. Like this. Cool little bucket, little Mobius bucket. And then I hop the yo-yo over my non-throw hand. Let fall off that pointer finger and then mount it. So I mount it like that. Hop the yo-yo forward, and while it's forward, my thumb goes in. And I try to catch it here. Again. Yo-yo goes forward. I'm going to go in and put my thumb in there. Yo-yo goes forward. You got this. Yo-yo rejected forward. And then I'm going to swing it and catch it on that middle string. Right there. Then I'm going to hop it off. Let it all fall off my finger except for that string. And then I'm going to mount. And then I like to undercut, catch, whip, throw around. Now I'm kind of glossing over that. I'm going to let the slow-mo do what slow-mo does. So those of you who can learn from watching videos, I'm just going to kind of leave that up there. The main thing I want you to learn is Thundergraupel mount and the Mobius Thundergraupel mount, right? That's the main thing I'm going over here. It's just those two things to get you thinking.
Oh, that was really loud. Sorry about that.
So thanks to all the folks who requested a tutorial for that trick. I hope this helps. If not, let me know. I'll see if I can do something better to help you out. Just trying to go over those mounts. And if you can figure it out from the slow-mo and the extra footage, if you can figure out the whole trick, dude, that's awesome. Good on you. If you have anything that you would like to request, drop it in the comments below. If you have any questions, hit me up. And you can follow me on Instagram, Mastodon, Threads, pretty much anywhere as Doc Pop, or go to drpopular.com to pick up a Desert Island yo-yo. That's the yo-yo I was using for this tutorial. I'm also using some Yo-Yo Fox string, which is made by Todd Rollingham. Yo-Yo Fox is really cool, 2-color. That's his speciality. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.
That's not enough time.